Tonight on Deco Drive, Sylvester Stallone is on the rocky road back to stardom. He's staking his film career on Get Carter and telling Deco why it's a winner. Should you get Carter or forget Carter? Deco viewers have the answer in tonight's Real Review. Take that trip to Paris. Buy some beautiful jewelry. You can do something fantastic with the money you'll save on movie tickets. Because we got free passes to see Best in Show. 5 women in the same dress. Sounds like a tight fit. And it is. See how they squeeze a ton of laughs into one play in tonight's Center Stage. It's your world. It's our job to show you just how screwed up it is. Tonight on Deco Drive.
Hello, everybody. I'm Belky's ready for the weekend array. You care about the weekend a little too much. Don't you like this job? I'm Lynn Martinez, loving my 2-day work week. Welcome to Deco Drive, serving only quality cuts of prime news meat. Now, if this is well done, it's rare. The news Deco style. For years, people have been risking their lives to get up Mount Everest. Now, one very brave Slovenian will risk his life to go down it on skis. A 37-year-old man from Slovenia will try this weekend to ski down the world's tallest mountain. The journey will take about 7 hours and cost about $10,000. That's some little ski lift ticket price, huh? Oddly enough, it's still cheaper than a single-day pass in Vail. Several video cameras will capture the descent down the mountain or the skier's descent into madness as he freezes to death on the side of Mount Everest. Let's hope not. Alana Rivera wants to be mayor of New York City, but NBC is giving an ultimatum. Run for office and walk away from your job. According to TV Guide, NBC's vice president laid down the choice. The network doesn't want Geraldo's political aspirations to interfere with his quality, unbiased reporting. Geraldo reportedly agreed to the terms, but isn't happy about it. Unfortunately, efforts to get him to shave his mustache, though, have still been unsuccessful. Vice presidents, Dick Cheney and Joe Lieberman, didn't act like vice presidents in their first debate. They acted like nice presidents. Joe Lieberman and Dick Cheney acted like etiquette school graduates last night. It could have been a great lesson to America, showing how political opponents can take the high road. Too bad, according to ratings, practically nobody watched the snooze fest. We wanted them to beat each other up. At least there was one good moment. Oh!
I think if you ask most people in America today that famous question that Ronald Reagan asked, are you better off today than you were 8 years ago? Most people would say yes. And I'm pleased to say, see, Dick, from the newspapers, that you're better off than you were 8 years ago, too.
Most of it, and I can tell you, Joe, that the government had absolutely nothing to do with it.
I can see my wife, and I think she's thinking, gee, I wish she would go out into the private sector.
Well, I'm going to try to help you do that, Joe.
Wow, maybe they could just come fill in for us if we're ever, sick on the same day. Don't invite them, they'd be better. They're funny. For more riveting action, tune in next Thursday for Ding Ding, round 2 of their debate. The best this election year is at the box office. It's the movie The Contender, and its stars turned out for the premiere last night. The movie's about a scandal that erupts when a woman is chosen to be vice president. Joan Allen plays the vice president, and Jeff Bridges plays the president. Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura says he has no plans to run for president, but that didn't stop him from spending some quality time at the White House. Jesse was in town testifying before Congress. As he settled into his hotel room for the night, he got an invitation from the White House to stay right in the Lincoln bedroom. Pretty good upgrade, wouldn't you say? Jesse says he and Clinton stayed up all night long before in the morning talking about cigars. Tonight, O.J. Simpson is fighting for victims' rights, his victim rights. The Juice claims he is the victim of an obsessive ex-girlfriend. The National Enquirer says O.J. confessed to killing his ex-wife, also that he's stalking his ex-girlfriend, Christy Prody. But O.J. says she's the one stalking him. The Juice insists the Inquirer made up its story. He told 7 News Prodi only talked to the tabloid for the money.
She's always apologized for having, the last 2 weeks, she's apologized for having done the story. But she felt that I had abandoned her and her friends had abandoned her. She was asked to leave her apartment unless she could come up with 6 months pre-rent. And the tabloids was there with upwards of $50,000.
Well, witnesses say they've spotted O.J. and Christie hanging out together recently, and the National Enquirer, well, the magazine says it is standing by its story.
The puck stops here. Hockey player Marty McSorley has been convicted for assault with a deadly weapon earlier this year. Yeah, it sounded like that. McSorley smacked another player with a hockey stick during a game. McSorley told the judge he didn't mean to hit the guy in the head. Whoops, it was an accident. He was actually aiming for his neck, which means he's only guilty of having a bad aim.
Busta Rhymes won't have to spend the next 5 years busting his rhymes in jail. The rapper is getting 5 years probation for carrying a loaded gun in his car. Police busted Busta. Get it? They busted Busta. B-U-S-T-E-D. Got it? B-U-S-T-A. Last year after he was pulled over for a traffic violation.
Los Angeles is losing its brown crown. How sad. Houston is now officially the smoggiest city in America. Texas City has 42 unhealthy air days, 3 more than Los Angeles. You can't win them all. So sad.
This garbage truck may stink, but at least it's not polluting the air. A California waste company is using used cooking oil as fuel for their trucks. They get the oil from restaurants, like that, then they pick up their garbage. The fuel does cost a little more than regular gas, but the owners say protecting the environment is worth it.
You know, God works in mysterious ways, but some of his ways are a bit more mysterious than others. Like when he makes Jesus appear on Mexican food. The employees of a Mexican restaurant say the face of Jesus is clearly visible on this tortilla.
You know, I see something happening there, right there in the corner.
Well, they built a shrine for the holy flatbread. Diners are actually encouraged to pay their respects to the image because after eating there, you probably will need God's help.
There's 1 champ. There's 2. All 3. Spin it up.
They'll tumble for ya. The U.S. Olympic skiing team flipped at the chance to jump around in New York City. They did a few acrobatic ski tricks for some inner city kids, and the kids loved the trick so much they didn't even mind when one of the skiers threw up all over their shoes afterwards.
His boots are made for skiing. This guy didn't make a run for it right after work. He actually enjoys sporting his fireman outfit while he water skis. Wow, must be going to a fire. The retired Michigan fireman doesn't even wear the skis. He says the rubber boots keep him afloat. Doesn't look like it's working too well. It's sinking.
You can only do that in a place like Michigan. Water
Why?
skis.
Why? Why are you cold? Why? Oh, that's the dumbest thing. Just put on a wetsuit. Don't go in the water.
Why not? It's different. It got him on TV.
Yeah.
My name's Jack Clark. How you doing? Sylvester Stallone is back in Get Carter. It's no intellectual drama, but Sly's telling Deco why it's not another dumb action movie either. Finally, someone is asking for your opinion. Get your 2 cents worth in tonight's Real Review. What's better than seeing the new comedy Best in Show? Seeing the new comedy Best in Show for free. We've got your tickets.
Hi, I'm Marcia Clark, and you're watching Deco Drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vice President-designate Elaine Hanson.
I'm not confirming a woman just because she's a woman.
We're going to obliterate a life.
That is her.
She was very drunk.
Putting on a sex show.
In this town,
You're asking me to step down.
It's not going to be that easy for you, and it's not going to be that easy for them.
the truth
Somebody somewhere's going to talk.
is the last thing they want you to know.
There are traitors among us.
An
Tender. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 13th everywhere.
Lancome revolutionizes skincare with grapes. Introducing Benefit, complete energizing moisturizer with great polyphenols for powerful environmental protection. Derived from green grapes, it's a fresh burst of hydration that leaves skin feeling moisturized, full of vitality, totally energized. Benefit, a technological first from Lancome Paris. And now, only at Verdines, choose your gift with any $21.50 Lancome purchase.
Bill McCullum's false negative campaign continues. The Palm Beach Post writes, if McCullum says Nelson raised insurance rates, he's lying. Bill Nelson inherited an insurance crisis after Hurricane Andrew, and he's been taking on the insurance companies ever since. Now the Wall Street Journal has revealed Bill McCullum is using his position in Congress to target banking and financial corporations to underwrite his campaign, trading favors for cash. Bill McCullum, paid for by the special interests.
Andy, you know these heatwave cores belong in the bag.
The exclusive core in the Domino's Heatwave bag delivers your pizza hot. Call Domino's now and get a large one-topping pizza and a 2-liter of Coke for $9.99. Domino's, bad Andy, good pizza.
This fall, meet the parents.
Be nice to this one, okay?
Okay, I'll try. It's hands down the funniest movie of the year. Have you had premarital relations with my daughter? No. Let's skip that question. Meet the Parents. Rated PG-13. Now playing everywhere.
It is a dog-eat-dog world out there unless you can get things for free. So, doggy lovers, we've got the free passes to see Best in Show.
Now what is that? That's a bloodhound, isn't it? I think it's a tremendous dog, and I would say maybe in 2 to 3 years this could be a champion dog.
That looks kind of funny. The movie is a comedic look at the world of dog shows. For your free pass to a South Miami screening, all you have to do is stop by the Barnes & Nobles, located at the Shops of Sunsets on Sunset Drive and Red Road. And remember, tell them Deco sent you and supplies are limited.
Wow. Former South Beach resident Sly Stallone is coming back to the big screen. His new movie, Get Carter, hits theaters today. We caught up the Italian stallion, he still loves to be called that, for a little one-on-one.
My name's Jack Carter, and you don't want to know.
Okay, he's not big on pleasantries, but Sly Stallone has gone out to make friends in Get Carter. In a remake of the 1971 movie, he is a debt collector out for revenge after his brother's murder.
Get yourself killed won't be enriching. Revenge doesn't work. Sure it does.
Having been a fan of the original, which starred Michael Caine, Stallone jumped at the chance to do a remake, but wanted to do it his way.
We had to change Carter in the sense that he's a little bit more, let's say, timely. So his thoughts, the way he acts, the way he reacts to the characters is quite different than the way Michael did.
And just to make sure, they brought in the original Jack Carter, Michael Caine.
They gave me the script, and I liked what they'd done with it. It was very different from, it's the same story, but the treatment of it is very different from the one that I did.
You know, it's been a while since Stallone actually had a hit, but he thinks he has found a winner.
Action films are becoming very mechanical, and it was not, the actor was just basically doing way above the action piece. Now finally you have a blend of the two, with the emotion and the action kind of blending together.
Want to know what I do for a living? Simple people make promises and they break them. My job's to refresh their memory.
What's with the clothes?
What's with the jewelry in your face?
Stallone wasn't the only one looking for a different script. Co-star Rachel Lee Cook of She's All That fame wanted to get away from a teen stereotype.
It's different. It's a different kind of movie. It's definitely not She's All That, not knocking it. I just need to do something new. I've done a wide variety of things since then. And this role especially was challenging and great people to work with.
Rachel's always been a big fan of Sly's, all the way back to...
He doesn't want me to talk about it anymore. I love it. Oscar was a good movie. Why do you know?
You guys underestimate the power of Oscar. Here it is. Changed her life.
Let's just hope this movie doesn't ruin it.
You're a pretty bad guy, Mr. Carter.
You haven't seen bad yet.
Oh,
So is Sly making a comeback? Should you get Carter or forget Carter? These and very few other questions are answered in tonight's Real Review.
You can wait for the video. Nah. What is worse? I'm sorry.
When I said you take care of the business, or the business will take care of you, did we have a bad connection on the cell? Maybe you weren't listening?
It was a good movie. It needed a little more action, but it was good. I think the soundtrack is better, and if there is no soundtrack, you kind of wish there was.
Yeah, well, there wasn't nothing there. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I think he made Balboa and Rocky look like Tinkerbell.
Hey, you're the bad brother, remember? I know who I am. Hey, Jack. Let it go.
This is not his comeback movie.
It was terrible. The camera angles, everything, the plot took too long. It was just terrible.
Lots of action, but the plot was lacking. Wait for Rocky 6 if you want Stallone.
Hey, it would have been better if Jackie Chan was Carter.
I don't think the movie was really good. Well, it didn't have a plot. I mean, it's going nowhere.
Get Carter, get another ticket for another movie.
You're a big man. Try to shake with me, it's a full-time job.
Wow, some harsh, mean, spirited comment.
That was shady. Well, we
Maybe truthful.
You know,
Maybe truthful.
the truth. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
You can talk about Sly, he doesn't live here anymore.
Hey, he watches. He tapes it.
Looking good for me. Hi. Looking fine. Hey, what's up?
Next, go yuck yourself. The joke's on us in tonight's Comic Relief. See why comedian Pablo Francisco is a real coming attraction. Also, 5 women wearing the same dress. 5 women asking, does this make me look fat? It's tonight's center stage. You're stuffing yourself at the Deco Entertainment Buffet. Oh my gosh, watch it. There's a hair in that.